young, smooth jazz in the mix.
Hi, this is JC Soul.
This is Gino Goss.
Hey, this is Ty Stevens.
Hi, this is Tony Saunders.
This is bassist and composer Christian De Masonis, and you're listening to Ian Young's Smooth Jazz in the Mix.
Ian Young, smooth jazz in the mix. Share the love this summer.
Fantastic. Chuck Mangione from 1979 getting us underway on this week's Smooth Jazz in the Mix. We've got some technical problems this week. One camera not working, the one that I usually face. But that's alright, you don't need to see me. All you need to do is listen to the music, watch the music if you're watching it right now on YouTube. Got some great new stuff coming up for you this week's programme.
Yeah.
This is brand new. This is Rebecca Jade this time. Not me. No way.
I swear I'm done with drink. I swear I've said goodbye. So why am I here sipping red wine, lying by his side? I swear I'm done with smoke, sick of starting fires. I light 'em up to get burnt. Am I preaching to the choir? It gets old, playing by the rules. I'm so sick of hearing myself keep saying I'm me. No way, not gonna step through the doorway. Swear I won't, but I'll go do it anyway. I lie, I try to kid myself, but I always say I won't, but I go do it anyway. I'ma hold my tongue, not say what I think, but sometimes what I'm feeling's gonna slip out when I sing. I'm not gonna give advice, not gonna play no games, but here is my opinion. Are you hearing what I'm saying? It gets old, playing by the rules. I'm so sick of hearing myself keep saying I'm me. No way, I'm not gonna step through the doorway. Swear I won't, but I'll go do it anyway. I lie, I try to kid myself, but I always say I won't, but I go do it anyway. I do it anyway. I'll make my own day. What more can I say? Except, oh, do it anyway. No way, not gonna step through the doorway. Swear I won't. I'm so sick of hearing myself keep saying I be. No way, not gonna step through the doorway. Swear I won't, but I'll go do it anyway. We lie, we try to kid ourselves, but we always say we won't, but we go do it anyway. Do it anyway. Do it anyway. Do it anyway. Oh yeah. We lie, we try to kid ourselves, but we always say we won't, but we go do it anyway.
I'm liking that. Brand new.
Anyway.
Rebecca Jade.
I'll make my own day.
It comes out to purchase in the next few weeks, and I'm sure you'll be waiting up at the shops to buy that one. Brand new from Pep Petrillo, Summer in Philly. I love the glasses. Fantastic glasses. Coming up, brand new song. This is Ellen Trotman, Cool Running.
Share the love this summer by the beach with the radio.
Summertime, Ian Young, smooth jazz in the mix.
Smooth jazz.
I will give you the email next if you want to contact the station. Quite a few people have done so for this week's show. Get those underway after this one. Trotman and Cool Running, brand new in the charts. Smooth jazz in the mix. Hopefully you're well today. Celebrating her birthday month with style, acclaimed international jazz vocalist Heidi Tan is set to release her brand new single, and you're going to hear it right now. It's called You're the Best Thing. This soulful, smooth jazz track is a heartfelt celebration of love, gratitude, and unbreakable connection, delivered with her irresistible feel-good groove style, joined with Billboard charting soul jazz trumpeter Lynn Roundtree. You're going to like this one.
See the sparkle in your eyes. thing as pain. Every day's a brand new song in our hearts. I know I belong. You're the rhythm in my soul. Together we make each other whole. Every touch is soft caress. You're my lover, my best friend. Ooh, you're the best thing I've ever known. With you, I never felt alone. Your smile's a melody, sweet and divine. In your arms, our hearts align. Through the highs and through the lows, and we feel we've had enough. Count on me, we'll make it through. Come what may, I'll be here for you. You're the best thing I've ever known. With you, I never felt alone. Your smile's a melody, sweet and divine. In your arms, our hearts align. You're the best thing I've ever known. With you, I never felt alone. Your smile's a melody, sweet and divine. In your arms, our hearts align.
Lynn Roundtree, Heidi Tan, and her brand new track. It's called You're the Best Thing, and I love the video.
Hi, this is jazz vocalist Heidi Tan, and you're listening to Ian Young's Smooth Jazz in the Mix. Keep the vibe going.
Summer breeze and cocktails by the shore. Summer smooth jazz vibes in the sun. Ian Young, smooth jazz in the mix. Share the love this summer by the beach with the radio.
Summertime, Ian Young, smooth jazz in the mix.
Definitely smooth jazz in the mix. It's still the summer. The weather is just absolutely fantastic here in Scotland. And we usually get 4 seasons in the one day here in Scotland, but for the past week or so, it's been really nice, really hot, up in the 20s, which is hot for us here in the UK and Scotland. Let me say hello to a few people. Mary Ann from Brighton in the UK. Robert Lyle from Kissimmee in Florida. Alison from Airdrie in Scotland. Myrtle from Canada. Saskatchewan, I think that's the way you pronounce it. And joining Isabella, who are listening to us all the time on the YouTube channel. What they do is they put it on the television and then they go and get what we call a pink gin. Oh, that's Invite me round, why don't you? Anyway, I got this thing through the other day there. On one of those websites. I'm going to put this up here. If you're looking at us right now on YouTube, you can see what I'm trying to achieve. It's a sign. It's a metal sign, but I've still got to put it up. But if I do that on a backdrop of some sort, you can see what it says. IYSJITM. Now, if you put an @ and a mail at the end of that, then that's the email address, iysjitm@mail.com. You can email us, and we'll play you something next week, or we'll just give you a mention on the radio. Oh, I'm glad that you was watching that. If you weren't, it's like, what was he doing? Some things don't happen on the radio, you've got to watch it. Anyway, this show this week's on YouTube and on this station. Brand new Blake Aaron, Dare to Fly. Dare to Fly, Blake Aaron. You know, while I was playing, I was just thinking of being in a cockpit with all the buttons and lights and switches and knobs and pretty much like a radio station here, where you've got all the buttons for your mixer and your fader and stuff. And then because we're on YouTube, you've got another program that you've got to mess about with. You really need 4 hands instead of 2. But we'll get there. It's It's like the swan scenario. On the top it looks lovely and serene, but underneath the wee webbed feet are going 10 to the dozen. Anyway, smooth jazz in the mix. And if you're about somewhere right now in America, France, Portugal, whatever, there's always something on if you like to go and see that particular favourite smooth jazz artist. On the YouTube channel right now, we're putting up some of the posters that's happening in and around America at the moment. If you're in that area, then why not get along to see your favourite smooth jazz artist? Even if you've not seen them before and you've heard of them, you've obviously heard them on this show, get along, because it'll be brilliant, fantastic live as well. D.S. Wilson and Finish Line. Here's another brand new track. Canadian recording artist JC Saul releases a passionate duet with her cover version of the Burt Bacharach classic. She goes on to say, greetings to all my favourite hard-working radio presenters and curators of fine music. I'm overjoyed to be able to announce on the 7th of August the release of my brand new cover of Burt Bacharach's classic, Anyone Who Had a Heart. Originally written for the great Dionne Warwick in 1963 and subsequently in the UK from artists such as Cilla Black and Petula Clark. This version plays homage to the soulful arrangement released by the late Luther Vandross in 1986. Enjoy. This is it. It's brand new. It's a great cover.
Anyone who ever loved could look at me and know that I love you. Anyone who ever dreamed could look at me and know I dream of you, knowing I love you. So anyone who had a heart could take me in his arms and love me too. You couldn't really have a heart and hurt me like you hurt me and been so true. What am I to do? Every time you go away, I always say it's goodbye, love. You always say loving you the way I do, baby. Girl, I'll take you back. Without you, I will dry a tear, knowing I love you so. Anyone who had a heart will take me in her arms and love me too. You couldn't really have a heart and hurt me. I never would. Like you hurt me and be so untrue. What can I do? Knowing I love you so. Anyone who had a heart could take me in his arms and love me too. You couldn't really have a heart and hurt me like you hurt me and been so untrue. What am I to do? Give me your heart. Are you gonna hurt me? Give me your heart. Oh, I need you. I want you with all of my heart. I've been waiting such a long, long time.
Good friend to the station, JC Soul. That's a brand new track. Classic cover. Dionne Warwick, Petula Clark, Cilla Black. All the greats have had a go at that particular song. And that one is just brilliant for 2025. It's out now. Anyone who had a heart, JC Soul featuring Carlos Bud Ford. So smooth jazz in the mix. If you're in the particular area, then get along to see some of these live acts. If you're not, maybe you're going on holiday or vacation to a place, then check out what's happening smooth jazz wise.
Get ready for Three's Company at the View Music Bar on Saturday, October 18th at 8 p.m. Join Billboard charting guitarist Nils, chart-topping saxophonist Eldon Jones, and soulful jazz vocalist Heidi Tan for an unforgettable night of R&B, soul, and contemporary jazz. This electrifying performance will be hosted by DJ Docmaster Mike and co-host Britt Prentice. The event is proudly sponsored by Keymark Television, Fast Fix Jewelry, East Coast Artist Agency, and Artist Network. Don't miss this incredible show at the View Music Bar, 1431 West Knox Street, Torrance, California. Tickets are available now at Eventbrite or Venmo. Grab yours today, an event you won't want to miss.
This is Walter Kittle. I will be performing at the Blue Ridge Mountains Wine and Jazz Festival on Saturday, September 6th. I hope to see you there.
That's Walter Kittle. He's on tour very, very shortly. That's his new single, 2025. It came out, well, just a couple of months ago, Into the Night, featuring a whole host of smooth jazz legends. And if you're watching it on YouTube, you can see all the different concerts around the world, wherever you might be. If you can get along to that, that would be great. All you need to do, obviously it goes a bit fast on the YouTube channel, you can just pause it and write it down, and well, the best. So as always, thank you very much for your company, whatever you're listening to us right now. 3TFM, Quality Radio, Soul Station, Phoenix for you. Smoothjazz.net. Wherever you're listening to us, thank you very much indeed. Don't you dare change that channel. So says Marshall Shanoff, brand new from him. Now that track done originally in the late 60s, composed, written and performed originally by Herbie Hancock. So many people have covered it, but as you can hear right now, this is just, a fantastic version. Jeff Goldblum, the actor, the musician, the piano player, the jazz artist, he's got so many strings to his bow. I wonder though if he's ever seen any dinosaurs in Cantaloupe Island. Probably not, but you never know. It's Ian Young, it's Smooth Jazz, it's in the mix.
Ian Young, smooth jazz in the mix, from Scotland to the world.
It's the name of the new songs. Now this is a bit of a mouthful, so spontaneous grooving combustion. Summer 2025. That's another new one, Funk in the Trunk, spontaneous grooving combustion. I'd like to meet the guy who decided, let's just call ourselves that. What? Spontaneous grooving combustion? Yeah, it's fine. All the radio presenters will get that, no problem. It'll run right easily off the tongue. Smooth Jazz in the mix. Don't forget, if you want to contact the station like others did, we gave you a mention earlier. If you missed it, we'll do it again. Okay then. I'm not going to give you all the details, but hello to Mary Jane, to Robert Lyle, to Alison, to Myrtle, and to John and Isabella, who are all listening around the world on the various stations and on the YouTube channel. I just realised that we've not played a classic today. We'll put that to rights right now. you're going to finish off with a great big classic, then why not make it Spy Regina Morning Dance from the early 80s. Thanks a lot. Thank you as always for your company. Join me next week at the same time on this station, or you can check us out on YouTube. I'll see you next time. You have a great day. More music coming up after the top of the hour. Bye-bye.
Join us next week for more smooth jazz in the mix on YouTube and on the station. Keep it smooth, let's share the love. Ian Young, smooth jazz in the mix. Same station, same time.
Ian Young, smooth jazz in the mix from Scotland.